What's up? My name's Ian, and this is my project, The Anthropocene Beneath Connecticut. So let's just get this started. When people think about geology, they often imagine something slow and natural. Um, Mountains forming, rivers creating valleys, carving valleys, glaciers shaping landscapes, etc., etc. But in today's world, Connecticut specifically, geology is happening much faster, and it's being shaped mostly by humans. Um, so this raises my question and what I focus my research for this project on, and that would be, how has suburban and urban Connecticut, or sorry, how has suburban and urban development in Connecticut permanently altered waterways and ecosystems? And what's the evidence of the Anthropocene that we can see in our landscapes today? So to answer this, I'm going to look at how rivers, infrastructure, and materials like concrete and asphalt help reshape the environments around us, specifically Hartford, Connecticut, since that's local to pretty much all of Connecticut, obviously. Um, when New England was first settled, power came mostly from human and animal labor. Mills were built at river crossings where flowing water would be used for energy. These milling sites depended on natural river systems and bedrock geography. But over time, these systems changed. According to our course book, New England industry shifted from water-based mills to coal, petroleum, and gas development and moved away from rivers and railroads and transportation hubs. And I got that from page 58, Module B. And as a result, humans began reshaping landscapes rather than adapting to them. Canals like the Erie Canal and the Middlesex Canal physically cut into the earth to redirect transportation routes. And this marks an early step towards what we now recognize as the Anthropocene. Humans actively redesigning our landforms for industrial purposes. So now I'm kind of going to go into Hartford more specifically as an Anthropocene landscape. And again, I'm going to source the course book here, and it explains how the Park River, which once flowed through downtown Hartford, was completely diverted into an underground concrete tunnel beneath the city. Today, it has to be mechanically pumped over flood control structures during heavy rain events, and I got that from page 58. This means that, it means a couple of things, but the natural river no longer flows on the surface and has been replaced by engineered infrastructure. And the water system depends on machines to function. So it lies in Bushnell Park in downtown Hartford. So what that means is basically Hartford is a city built on top of an entombed river. So the natural river, which was there, the natural system, has now been replaced by a completely human engineered one, which is again a marker of our natural Anthropocene. So another big thing about Hartford and Connecticut in general is it's defined like by highways, I-84, I-91, which I've spent way too much time sitting in traffic on. Absolutely miserable. But the interchange represents what the course book calls a progressive makeover of land, where natural geography has been replaced by concrete, asphalt, and steel infrastructure. So people in the United States are associated with 350 square meters of pavement, meaning that human-built surfaces now dominate large portions of the landscape. And according to research, concrete itself is now one of the most abundant human-made materials on Earth and may become a long-term geological marker or technofossil of our era. These surfaces dramatically change how water moves through our ecosystems. So instead of naturally soaking into soil, rainwater now runs quickly across pavement into storm drains, which carries sediment, oil residue, plastics, and chemical pollutants, which increases flooding, erosion, ecosystem, and disruption. This process shows how even small suburban waterways are now part of a larger human engineered system. So, what we see in Connecticut is a geological transformation. Rivers have been buried, um, water's been redirected, and natural surfaces have been replaced by concrete systems designed by humans. And I'm just going to show you my drawing now. That should be it.